Wow! $4.8 billion. I will show you this is not the size of my fortune, or at least not yet. This is simply the amount that BlackRock has announced having raised to invest into renewable energy globally. That's unprecedented. That's staggering, impressive. And I could not resist but talk to you about that in this video. So I want you to stay tuned. Hello, how are you? And welcome to Renewables in Africa. My name is Tony Tiyu, the founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa, your Africa clean energy champion. Our channel is dedicated to provide you the best information possible so that we can demystify the renewable energy sector for you. Whether you are an investor, a practitioner, or simply a member of the public, you will find in this channel all the information you need to make sure that you are comfortable with renewables energy. Do you like what we're doing? Do you want to support us? Very simple. I simply need you to massively subscribe to our channel, to leave a comment so we know what you're thinking about, but also to press the bell notification. This way, for any new video that we release, you get advice, correct? And for people doing that, you want to know that every week we select one winner who's going to have 1 hour of free advice with me, Tony to you. Isn't it cool? So what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe. Last week already, in our video talking about the African billionaires and solar, we were already talking about the association between the Dangote Group and Black Rhino, which is a company which was supported by BlackRock. It's almost like we knew that something special was going to happen this week. By the way, did you miss that episode? Do not worry. By clicking on the link above, you can definitely catch up with the video. For the time being, let's talk about this fundraising. But before diving into more detail, I'm sure there is a question that many of you would like to know, which is this. BlackRock is an American company created in 1988 in New York City. They are known as the world's largest asset managers, with about $9 trillion in asset under management as the start of this year, January 2021. They have offices all around the world, 70 offices in 30 countries. That's just amazing. They also have clients spanning across 100 countries. They are known to be one of the 3 biggest index funds with Vanguard and State Street. And together, they dominate corporate America. And what is quite admirable by BlackRock, they're clearly taking the lead in energy transition, moving towards a net zero carbon emission world. By the way, it's just not me saying that. You probably want to listen to the CEO, Mr. Larry Fink.
I really believe the transformation of leadership, the transformation of businesses is about more and more leaders, and they're focusing on things about their stakeholders. They're connecting with their employees deeper and broader. They're connecting with their clients broader, and they're certainly trying to be more connected to their society. So much of that is in this letter. It is about moving forward on better disclosure, more complete disclosure, especially on net zero. Climate change and investing is something that is a powerful economic result. As we move towards a more sustainable world, it's going to create great jobs. It's going to create a great environment. And so we should not be frightened of it. We should all be embracing it and finding ways that we could, be a part of that. And I think this is one of the big messages in the 2021 letter.
What more can I say? If Mr. Larry Fink is saying that, I can only believe him. Now that you understand who is BlackRock, I'm sure you have another question. This news is significant on a number of fronts. First of all, the Global Renewable Power Fund number 3, which is the name of the fund, is the largest independent infrastructure fund globally. We've never seen anything like that before. And whereas initially the size was supposed to be about 2.5 billion in 2019, this has almost doubled, and this is quite impressive on its own. Because if we're looking at what we have right now,
This is almost 3 times as big as the fund number 2 that BlackRock had in 2016. So this is fantastic. And another point, which for me, it's really a revolution, where BlackRock before, we only look at construction ready or operational renewable power asset. Now, they are very happy to diversify into early stage project and also developers, which is fantastic. Because I have been saying that for many years, we need funds to also support early stage projects and to support as well developers when they're going through this project in the part that is quite risky, because this is where they really need support. So that's a great news to see that. And last but not the least, they also will be investing in technologies of the future like smart meter, smart power grid, and infrastructure to support EVs. All in all, this is a great news.
Greed, my friend. Clean greed. What are you thinking about? No, not this, but this. I'm joking. More seriously.
All this is happening for a few reasons. In the word of Mr. Jim Berry, Chief Investment Officer of BlackRock Alternative Investors, he is saying this: you are seeing a major shift in institutional interest in decarbonization and wanting to allocate into it. He's also adding this: the pandemic has only sustained and added to that momentum. So can you all see that? So investors clearly wanting to tap into the fastest growing part of the power sector, and also they are hunting for more yield. And this is why we are not surprised to see commitment for over 100 institutional investors in more than 18 countries, including pension funds, insurance, foundation, family offices, and more.
Through the Global Renewable Power Fund number 3, the company BlackRock is planning to invest into solar and wind assets in various places around the world, certainly in America, in Europe, but also Asia Pacific, in countries like South Korea or Taiwan. I actually believe that they already have signed a deal linked to an offshore wind project in Asia. It always amused me a little bit when people are talking about global project and by some magic excluding Africa, which for me has the largest renewable energy power potential. And we know that. Well, is it surprising? Not so much. Especially if you remember in one of our latest video, I demonstrated that BlackRock has invested in the past in a company called Black Rhino. And unfortunately, that exercise wasn't very successful. Is it a reason to exclude Africa from current investment? I don't know. But let me not create too much controversy around that. What I can say though is every time there is a gap somewhere is an opportunity for people like you and I to fill the gap and become the BlackRock dedicated to Africa. Are you up to the task? I'm hoping because I'm up to the task. This is Tony to you from Renewables in Africa, your Africa clean energy champion. And all that is left for me to say is, may the sun be with you, Gepero.